So here's Carl. So good things that we talked about. Really nice long reach but with both arms. Body position is pretty good. Your hips and legs are high in the water. And you're comfortable breathing. There's a little bit of head raising as you turn to breathe, but not a tremendous amount. And given that your body is staying in good position in the water when you're breathing, not something I would spend a lot of time worrying about. Your pull, your actual catch and pull is good. Talk about that a little more when we look at the underwater portion. Major thing to work on for you is the tempo or the timing of your turnover. So what you have going on there is sort of a comfortably paced swim for you, but just a lot of pause, glide / delay at the front. Like each stroke, 1/1000, 1/1000. You're getting about a second of pause at the front of the stroke. So you want to pause less. You don't need to immediately start the catch, but cut that 1 second pause down to 3/10 to 5/10 of a second. It's going to increase your effort level just by doing that, but it's certainly going to increase your speed. The kick looks comfortable, and given that your body position is staying high in the water, I would wager that you have a fairly effective kick, meaning a good kick. There's a little bit of scissor kick going on when you turn to breathe. That means that one of your legs is kicking off to the side. We'll see that here.
No, it's all right.
So
actually,
right here,
would it be okay to
and
sit
it's
down
not
just
bad at all.
Yeah, thank you.
So what you want to see is your legs staying in the same line as your upper body, and for the most part, you're doing that. So you can see a little bit of the up and down of your head as you turn to breathe. Reducing that as much as possible is helpful. But again, the main reason to do that is so that your legs are not sinking, and your legs are not sinking. So I wouldn't spend a tremendous amount of time worrying about that. The point that you're reaching to with both your hands, pretty much directly right in front of your shoulders, is good. And the line or the path that you pull back through the water is good. So, looking at the catch mechanics, and if you recall from our lesson, I said you really have, very good mechanics for a newer swimmer. So you have a good reach and roll forward. Now looking at your right arm, and then you pretty much have what I call the high elbow catch. That's most swim coaches call it the high elbow catch. That's where your hand and your forearm angle down, but your upper arm is still kind of pointed forward, and you get leverage on the water. You're doing the same thing with your left arm, maybe initiating that angle a little later in the stroke. But both your catches, or both your pulls, are the high elbow catch style or the early vertical forearm style. Given that what you're doing underwater you want to keep doing, your main exception or main change is just the timing and tempo. So if you count, how long those hands are staying in front of you as you pause and all that, 1/1000, 1/1000, 1/1000. You're getting a second of delay before you initiate the next catch. The depth of your kick here, so from this view I can see the depth of your kick may be going a little too deep, so less height on the kick. So here, just increasing the tempo. Obviously swimming a lot faster. Getting used to this timing probably takes some energy, but once you're used to just a little bit of a quicker turnover, that's the way to go for you. This looks a lot better. and you get used to it. So as you go along working on this turnover change, make sure that the technique of your pull remains good, and you seem to be doing a good job there.
So this is working on just a little bit more of a rapid turnover, but using the pull buoy so as not to kick as much to balance out total energy demand.
So this looks really good. This is working on the turnover using a pull buoy. Very smooth, nice long reach, maintaining a pretty good catch through the stroke, and I'm much happier with this turnover rate.
So this one, trying to keep up the higher turnover, less glide, with an easier kick. You're doing a good job here. So trying to find that happy balance for energy demand without losing technique, etc. Your underwater pulls really are very solid. It's good. Your reach forward is good. And this has reduced what might have been a little bit of over rotation. This being less glide. Very good. So some one-arm drilling, and from here you can see really good high elbow catch. So the trick with your left arm, or goal with your left arm, is being able to get that as early as possible. That one there was nice and early. That was good. So you have this ability to get this catch. So improving your muscular strength, swim specific strength, and you get faster and faster as far as this goes. That was good. The technique is what you're working on there. That was good.
I didn't click it all though, I guess.
That's all right. Yeah. They're good here as well.
Yeah, so you definitely have the hardest part of proper technique, which is a high elbow catch. So given that, you should make rapid improvements in time. So this is before any commentary, looking at your underwater. And so what you notice is that there's a lot of time spent just with that hand out in front. And it takes a little while until we actually get into the catch and pull phase of the stroke. Each of these frames is 2/10 or 3/10 of a second. And so at this point, that's kind of a straight arm, and then you transition to the high elbow. That's very good high elbow position, hand and forearm directly vertical or straight up and down, and a good follow through with that pull or finish push. So that, very good. Only correction you can make there is to do the high elbow earlier in the stroke. On the right arm here, same thing, just a lot of time gliding forward, and then getting ready to do our catch and getting a pretty good position there, and then a pretty good position here. Could be a little better in that you might be able to get over the barrel a little more as an analogy, and then a good push through here.